So let's think about addiction. What comes to mind when you think of the word addiction? Maybe it's drugs, food, alcohol, technology, phones, screens, sex. Maybe there's something else that comes to mind. Plenty of things that people can be addicted to, and it is therefore very important to think of addiction in terms of our question at hand. Is addiction a psychiatric illness, or is addiction a character flaw? And in order to answer this question properly, we must have defined addiction. Namely, the NHS define addiction as not having control over doing, taking, or using something to the point where it could be harmful to you. So this is a very general description of addiction, but essentially it's about lack of control over something to the point where it is harmful to the individual taking it. It's most commonly associated with gambling, drugs, alcohol, and smoking, but the NHS also points out that you can be addicted to anything. They include examples like work, being obsessed with work to the point where it can affect your relationships and your social life. You can be addicted to the internet, the computers and mobile phones, being addicted to screen time, such that other aspects of one's life become compromised and affected. You can be addicted to solvents, which is another type of substance abuse, or you can be addicted to shopping. So it can become addiction when you buy things that aren't necessarily needed, and this often is followed by feelings of despair, shame, or guilt. So it's important to note there is a difference between an addiction and a dependency. So being addicted to something means that not having it causes withdrawal symptoms, or a come down, as some would call it. A dependency is something that you depend on psychologically, whereas an addiction is a bit more physical. So you have those withdrawal symptoms when you do not engage in the addictive behaviour. And that's something really important to bear in mind. The NHS also note that addictions often get out of control because the individual feels more and more of a need to satisfy the craving and to achieve the high that they experience when they are taking whatever substance or partaking in whatever activity it is that they are addicted to, be it smoking, be it shopping, be it gambling. So let's look at more types of addiction. So the DSM-5 have separated addiction into some key types.